Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Oh, we've got like 3 loading screens. Hang on, I'll come back when we're back on the street. Before we go out to the street, let's talk to the hardy man again. In the last episode we did speak to the lady and she cleared up some information about the tape and the man who was hanged. Let's see what Hardy has to say.
You again. What is it?
So I talked to Khalees about the tape.
And
nothing. She stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Gold? It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything. And it didn't change her mind. Yeah, it was bad. Honestly, I expected it to have more effect. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus. Oh, should we make him angry? Let's go with this option. How bad can this go?
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
Sounds like you wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. Let's go with this did not come as a surprise, and she definitely wasn't scared.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
Right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm, as if trying to grind it smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her. I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she is still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? Let's go with... Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
You don't know. She's a model. She won. A pageant. She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary very well. Go with that.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Care to tell me what that is? Care to tell me what that shit is?
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her. That explodes with indignation. Everyone's got feeling for each other. Where are you going with this?
That's alright, Glenn. I just thought I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently I was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
He smiles, sympathetically.
You wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now.
I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along.
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned, or sure, I'll do that. Let's go with last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Yeah, guys, we should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Ah,
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Well, I'm not going to say it's a defense mechanism. Because, I believe her. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
Okay.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember. I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!"
He throws his beer can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah.
There is a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
Bloody hell, guys. I didn't think you had it in you.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Ooh, I can convince him that he's being manipulated, or I can try. Let's see if we can.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys will?
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
Oh, that's it then. Case closed. Look around. We're going home, Kim.
Huh?
The lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Ooh, because of some chick? Because you're a foreigner? Because you work for the wrong people? Because they like killing? Ooh. Let's just go with because you're a foreigner.
Goddamn right. Don't come around if you're not from around.
Fuck you! I'm not from around. That's not why we...
There we go. Don't come to the Wild North if you are not white enough.
They might just hang you like the Dark Ages and make a display of your corpse. They club you from behind, string you up and go back to drinking. It's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light their corpses on fire and piss on them. You don't care. Let's go with they'll just hang you like the Dark Ages. Make a display of your corpse. I'm torn between the top two options. They club you from behind, makes it seem so much more dirty. We're going to do that one.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
We can talk to Angus, or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? We can turn to Theo. What happens if I keep talking? You're gonna kill me too? In this bar? For nothing? Can we look at Kim first? Screw it. Let's talk to Theo.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm too old for a shot like that now.
Wait, let's go back. I want to say something else.
To your right, you sense the air move. The lieutenant draws his firearm.
Uh-oh.
You only manage to perform one more movement. An instinctive jerk to your left. Then, no sound. No one screams. It's impossible to say where it comes from.
Oh, God.
More dead cops. Sad news from the district of Martinez, as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation, but got caught in the dock workers' strike and were gunned down under unclear circumstances. Such needless loss of life is truly tragic, a local union leader, Everard Clare, commented, and added that although the event is truly horrid, we can expect similar incidents to follow if right-wing vigilantes are allowed to run around uncontrolled and try to wriggle their way into well-organized neighborhoods.
Oh god, okay. Please hold. Okay, we're at the check again. Let's watch me fail this now. Convince Titus he is being manipulated.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
Okay, one of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility.
Case closed, we're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down,
Good.
Kim.
Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Should we go with the foreigner line again? It seemed to work so far, right up to the point where I got shot. So, do I try again? Let's try again and then just change that last answer.
Goddamn right.
Fuck you.
There we go. Don't come to the wild north if you are not white enough.
They'll club you from behind and string you up and go back to drinking.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
He's onto you. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Okay, turn to Angus. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
He takes a breath, wheezing.
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Or whisper, Kim, we did it. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. Well, whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers? Or who killed the merc then? Any leads? Let's go with 3.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth, he tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Ooh, what did they miss? Why?
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man snickers. You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He turns back to you. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Bullet hole through the window? Wait, did somebody snipe this man?
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Oh, that's remarkably helpful.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
If Khalees didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the Morlintern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So, who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Gotta have something to do with all these locked doors in the whirling. That locked door on the balcony? That's the only, route you could take to get out onto the balcony without anyone seeing you. So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past, too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again. These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb as he looks.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the 2 girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier, you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker. The missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know it's okay for there to be Hardy girls, Titan. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location? Let's go with that option.
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Clausia you want to talk to.
God damn it. Ah, thanks for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
Still, after all this headache,
But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Oh, back up the stairs again. I'm going to quick save so I never have to do that again. Alright, let's go upstairs.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Chill. I'm the cool cop, remember?
I'm sorry for wasting your time. I should have known that you'd find out.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two, then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here.
Is she about to get shot or something? Is something horrible about to happen?
Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
I'm satisfied with this explanation. Not enough. It's not a good enough reason. That isn't a good enough reason, because you were also more than happy to not do what the Hardys told you to do, so...
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light.
What lies beyond it?
The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Aranye, the old, old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the Mortalian? What's the RCM's involvement with the Mortalian got to do with this? Or the RCM isn't the lapdog of the Mortalian, you don't have to worry. Let's go with the top option.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
He lights the cigarette. What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you? What happened here the night he died? Why did you call the cops if you're hiding? When was the window changed? Point to it.
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Takes a drag.
You should have a look at that window. Reconstruct the scene. It's right here. So near.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
Oh, I bet you this is Oh, that's painful.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airbag, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo? I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. Serves them right. When I am king, this savings bank will be the first against the wall. You're right. This is bad. You've destroyed what people have built? That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into. This seems like the most valid response here.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
She says it quickly, like she's said it 100 times, to herself, to get used to the idea, out of guilt.
That's bad. How do you live with yourself? That's shake your head, not easy to deal with. Go with that. Shake your head. It's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I'm a cop. I do what I do is right. I don't either. I think I don't either is probably the most valid response here.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
So what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
Ooh. Let's not mention it. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Well, that means that she wasn't the target, because they definitely shot the man. I'm sorry, this happened to you? Are you sure you're not making this up? Shake your head. That's a motherfucker. I mean, it is. Just nod. We're going to need more details. Let's go with I'm sorry this happened to you, I suppose. Or nah, do you know what? Let's go with shake your head. That's a motherfucker.
Yeah, it was a real motherfucker. Ow.
She looks down. The cigarette has singed her fingers.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus says you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
Okay, what happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader of what? The Hardy Boys?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Interesting.
Does she also party with Ruby, however?
Let's not say that. Better not to.
What are you trying to be? Tactful? She wouldn't mind. Go on then.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Okay. Make Titus give up Ruby's location.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Good lord.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
Maybe Ruby arranged for the death of this man. Okay. When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Did you kill Lely? Seems like a very inappropriate question, but no, let's try it.
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this.
There's a silence.
He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around, close to her hand. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out, when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
I feel like this is not the correct way to go here, but downstairs, people have this crazy idea that you killed him? No one has said any of this. Do you know what? Let's not. Okay, I'd like to answer some other questions.
Like what?
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
It probably didn't. I don't think it did.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
He looks at the table.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
That you would have us believe, but you're not.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
I think we're done here. For now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality.
I am tempted to agree with drama.
Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up, with force, if you want to continue pushing her.
In God's name, wake up! No, I think we're done here. Let's return to this later.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
It killed him? Look at Khalees. Turned to Khalees, looks like love did him in after all. What is communism in this? What is communism in this?
You do not know. A wind of needles. Airships flutter in the stratosphere.
How do I know all this then?
Who knows? It's getting cold out. You should go.
Okay, finished thought. And I think... Hang on, I'm going to go downstairs. Actually, I'm going to stand in this room, and at the start of the next episode, we're going to try and put the crime scene together. But the last 2 episodes, I've done nothing but talk to the lady at the top of the whirling and the Hardy Boys at the bottom of the whirling. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.